Hey guys, another day, another bad report, and you've got to wonder, is Hasbro ever going to pull up out of this nosedive? Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon if you haven't already. We're at 4,130 some subscriptions now on the channel. Your outpouring of support has been absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank you guys enough for it. And just a reminder, this video is brought to you by our friends at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde Games makes the kind of adventure that they'd like to play. Whether it's for 5th edition, Castles and Crusades, or OSR, regardless of what rules you use, old school is in play at the table with Hellebarde Games Adventures, and you can find them at DriveThruRPG or at hellebardegames.com. So let's jump into this. Now, this comes from all places Deadline, which is not a place where I would have expected to see news about D&D and Hasbro's woes or anything of the like, but here we are. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Hasbro extends slump, delivering weaker than expected 2023 forecast, and this is the clincher, guys, along with soft Q4 results. Now, I know enough about stocks and finance to know that the fourth quarter, Q4, that's when Christmas happens. Okay? Hasbro had a bad Christmas, whether they're selling toys at Target, Walmart, your local mom and pop toy store, if those are still around in your area, from Amazon or direct purchases from there. They didn't do good this past Christmas. And that's bad news. So let's scroll down a little bit. This is by Dade Hayes over at Deadline. And of course, I'll link to the article. You can check this out yourself. Hasbro extended its streak of Wall Street disappointments, delivering a weaker than expected forecast for 2023, along with soft fourth quarter financials reflecting a host of holiday season challenges. Now, that's an understatement right there. For those of you who've been following all their PR bungles and all the backlash from that, and Magic too. A lot of you folks who come to the show are Magic fans, and you've looked at what Hasbro's doing to the D&D customer base, and you said, "Welcome to the party, pal." And the little bit of research that I've given it, I'm not a Magic player, guys. I'm an old school D&Der, but yeah, Magic's fans have been taking it on the chin for a while now. Revenue slid 17% to about $1.7 billion in the quarter, while earnings per share came in at $1.31. Hasbro is projecting 2023 adjusted earnings of $4.45 to $4.55 per share, which is well below analyst consensus of $4.88, according to Refinitiv. This morning's quarterly earnings report was in line with an early glimpse at the financials offered by the company several weeks ago, along with the news that the Rhode Island-based toy maker would cut 15% of its workforce. That's brutal. Now we know why Bank of America released that report, which I talked about on a video yesterday. Also hanging in the balance during the period of financial changes is E1, the film and TV studio known for characters like Peppa Pig. Hasbro last fall announced it was shopping E1, which it acquired for $4 billion in 2019. That means they're looking to sell it off. Along with COVID and a myriad of economic challenges like inflation, foreign currency fluctuations, and supply chain snags, Hasbro has also been navigating a transition of leadership. Longtime CEO Brian Goldner, who spearheaded a move into Hollywood with properties like Transformers and G.I. Joe, passed away in October 2021. Hasbro said it expects 2023 adjusted earnings in the range of $445 to $455. which, of course, that's just a repeat of a previous paragraph. For 2023, we have a focused plan to grow share in our key categories and further improve our margin, CEO Chris Cox said in the earnings release. He pointed to entertainment releases based on company products, including Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves, which comes out in March. He said the company continues to face a challenging consumer discretionary environment. Well, maybe if you didn't piss the consumers off so much, it'd be less of a challenge. And will also take a $300 million hit to revenue from the loss of licensing deals like a recent one with Disney princesses. Our strategy is centered on what makes brands great. Play supported by compelling storytelling and disciplined brand management. Well, you better tell the people at Wizards of the Coast to get a little bit more disciplined with their brand managements. Now, I'm going to relate a little story to you guys, and I don't know if you want to take this and run with it, but they're talking about, people are getting discretionary with their spending. Guys, Dungeons and Dragons was invented during a time of economic downturn in this country. Okay? The 1970s, all the way through, were bad economic times. I remember them. And then there was a recession in the early mid-1980s. Dungeons and Dragons did gangbusters business. Why? Because during times of crisis, people seek out ways to entertain and distract themselves. And it, as expensive as a $15 rule book or even a $10 set of rules might be for those times, its return is enormous because you get so much entertainment out of it. TSR, you can say what you want about TSR as a company, but TSR made money hand over fist during stagflation and recessions. Hasbro saw a slight boom because of human malware, but I think coupled largely to zero cost promotion like Stranger Things, and yet now they couldn't sell water in the desert, it seems. So this ties in very closely with yesterday's report from Bank of America. And the hits, they don't stop landing on Hasbro. I mean, to quote the song, where they are now, they can't even imagine what the bottom will be like. But maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe this is just the overall stock market is doing bad, and this doesn't mean a thing in the world. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Again, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. We'll be back with a live stream later tonight where we're actually going to look at some fun old school D&D stuff. We're going to relax and just have a good time with that. And any other news that comes along, of course, I'll let you guys know. But until then, thanks for watching, and keep your eye on your prospectus. Peace.